Okay, welcome to Blender. We're going to be making a new project, and this is going to be a transformer from the G1 series of transformers. When we have a quick look at what we're going to make, it's going to be a truck. The top half's going to be red. It's going to have two legs. We're going to need a couple of feet. There'll be a couple of wheels on the front. There'll be a couple of wheels on the front of the truck. There needs to be a box or a cube that has a bit cut out that allows the arm to fold in, and the top half of the arm as well. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is set up our desktop, so we're going to actually right click and split area, and then split area again. Make this view top view, this view front view, this view side view. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is the easiest parts, and that would be to make the legs. At this point, the legs would be the easiest to make. We're going to start off with our cube, and we could even go in 3D view for this by pressing the middle mouse button and being able to rotate. We're going to go to our scale manipulator mode tool here. We're going to, in a sense, make a bit of a longer triangle. This can be manipulated again more in the future. This is going to form the top part of our leg. What we'll then do is I'm actually going to go view, side view again, press A to deselect, press space, go add, mesh, cube. Go to my movement tool and actually move the cube so it's there. And again, go into 3D view just so it's just by middle mouse buttoning and rotating so I can see what's going on. I'm going to make the feet, so I'm going to make the cube a bit smaller. Use my scale manipulator tool and deliberately move the cube. So go view side. This is where we can use these views as well. From the top view, move it up. It obviously needs to be a little wider. Move it down. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go object mode, edit mode, press A to deselect. I'm going to press B and I'm going to select this point, and I'm just going to move it up like that. So when we go and have a look at a three-dimensional view, you can see there's our cube there. We'd better go to our manipulator tool and just make it, a bit wider. Go back into object mode, make it a bit wider so it looks like it's actually the bottom part of the foot. Okay, I'm going to go back to our translate tool for a second, and the first thing I want to be able to do is actually select the foot, press shift, select the leg, and press Control P and make parent. That means that when the leg moves, so will the foot. The next thing we want to be able to do is eventually this foot will actually transform and to be part of the foot, but one of the things we have to change is where the pivot point is, and the pivot point is also this these arrows. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to get my mouse and I'm going to click my mouse and click this cursor. I need to be able to rotate my cursor, but what I'm trying to do is say, well, obviously the joint between the foot here and this top part of the leg is going to be this middle bit. Now, sometimes you really need to look at it in more than one view. In this case, you can see that it's probably done it quite successfully. So what I'm going to do now is I want to reset where the middle point of this cube is. To do that, I've left-clicked to get this point. I'm going to say Object, Transform, Center Cursor. The reason this is so important eventually is that when I actually go rotate X on the X-axis, I can actually rotate and it will rotate on that point. Press Control Z, Control Z. View, side view I'm after. Okay. I'm in object mode and I'm going to right click that foot and this leg. So I'm going to press Shift D and move the leg up. I'm then going to move the leg across and move it down. So I've actually got two parts of the leg. So I've actually got, in a sense, two top parts of the leg and 2 feet. View, side view. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create, if we go back to our picture, is this metal top part here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Blender, A to deselect, we're going to add another cube, move that up to here, and use our scale manipulator tool to make that an appropriate size. Later on we can actually change this and make them a bit smaller or whatever you need to, but at the moment we'll just get one right. So I'll move it down, so there's going to be in a sense, the top part of our leg. Now, in Blender, the object of parenting is the foot is going to be parented to the lower leg, which will be parented to the top part of the leg. I've already parented this to this, so now I need to parent this to this. We always select the child first, press Shift, select the top part of the leg, and press Control P, make parent. Now again, I'm going to select this part of the leg, move my mouse over to this view, press Shift D, and move it across to here. So now I've got, in a sense, 2 legs. Now, what I'm going to do is parent the other leg, so I'm going to select this foot, press Shift, this foot, press Shift, and this leg, press Control P and make parent. This leg, press this upper leg with the Shift key, Control P, make parent. Either leg now, if I move the top part of the leg, the whole leg should actually move as well. Now, obviously in our picture, our legs are blue. So we need to right click our foot, go down here to shading, select this one here if it's not selected and say add new, go to this bar here and choose a nice blue color. Select the hexadecimal, press Ctrl C to copy and select enter. I'm going to go to this foot, add new, copy the value in this foot, this hexadecimal, paste it in, add new, and there's our 2 feet. That's going to be the very first part of this tutorial. Give it a go and see how you go.